Welcome to Meowconomics. This is the place where we decode those seemingly complex economic concepts and make them super simple and accessible for everyone.
Things like finance, inflation, money, all the way to investing. We're going to break it all down into bite-sized pieces of knowledge. And of course, we'll often use examples featuring our adorable cat bosses to make everything way more interesting.
I know that for a lot of people just starting out, economics feels like a giant maze. It's just full of confusing jargon, abstract theories, and that feeling of not knowing where to even begin.
Have you ever felt like that? That feeling of being totally overwhelmed and maybe a little intimidated by this whole subject? Well, if you have, you're definitely not alone.
You hear words like supply, demand, elasticity, consumer surplus, dead weight loss, and it can honestly feel like you're listening to a completely different language. This barrier of technical terms is what often stops us from getting into a field that's actually really important and fascinating.
But what if I told you there was a treasure map, a guide that could lead you through this maze, easily?
That's right, a map like that really exists. It doesn't just help you find your way, it actually helps you see the beauty and the incredible logic behind the world of economics.
And this is our map, the book Principles of Economics by N. Gregory Mankiw. This is considered the essential, must-have guide for anyone who wants to start their journey into understanding economics.
So what's so special about this map? Let's flip open the first few pages together and discover its power.
The absolute best thing about this book is that it shows you that the entire complex field of economics is actually built on just a few core ideas. Mankiw boils them all down into 10 basic principles, like the very first one, people face trade-offs.
What's really cool about this slide is how the author groups these 10 principles into 3 super logical parts. First, how we as individuals make decisions. Second, how we all interact with each other. And finally, how the entire economy works as one big picture. After you get a handle on those basic principles, the book leads you to explore economics through 2 main lenses. It's kind of like having both a microscope for a close-up view and a telescope to see the whole panorama.
And this illustrates that difference perfectly. Microeconomics focuses on the individual trees, like the decisions of a single household or one little shop that sells cat pate. Meanwhile, macroeconomics looks at the entire forest, the issues that cover the whole economy, like inflation or unemployment. But here's the most important question. Why should we even care about all this? How does this knowledge actually help you in your everyday life?
Well, the bottom line is, this knowledge gives you actual power. You won't feel so lost when you read the financial news anymore, you'll be way more confident making personal financial decisions, and most importantly, you'll have a completely new lens for understanding how the world works.
Remember that principle about trade-offs we just mentioned? Well, the concept of opportunity cost is how economists measure that trade-off. To put it in Meowconomics terms, the opportunity cost of a cat lazing around all afternoon is all the toy mice it could have been chasing. It's simply the best thing you have to give up to get something else.
Today was really just a first peek at this incredible treasure map. The journey to explore the fascinating world of economics with Meowconomics and Mankiw is only just beginning. Thanks so much for tuning in. In the next few explainers, we're going to break down each principle one by one. So, to make sure you don't miss out on this fun journey, remember to subscribe, hit like, and share this with your friends.
Before we wrap up, I've got one question for you. After this quick intro, which economic principle do you think seems the most important or relevant to your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. I'll see you in the next part of our Meowconomics journey.